Hi everyone, I'm just going to do a video here about um, intraday trading and why when you pick the pairs you trade, it's important to trade when those currencies central banks are also trading. So as you may or may not know with the high-low strategy, the idea is that if we catch the high of the day or the low of the day, that gives you intraday trading the best opportunity to profit. Okay, because you're giving yourself a chance to trade from the high to the low or the low to the high, and that represents the most pips available in that day's move. And as you know, what we normally do is we mark off the Asian session and we just trade in the London and New York session. Okay, and that's because we're trading the euro dollar, okay, and the pound dollar, okay, and their central banks are trading mostly in those two sessions. Okay, so that's when the high and the low are most likely to occur. And so I just kind of want to illustrate that a little bit here, because right now I'm looking at the Aussie yen pair, okay, on the H1 time frame. So we'd expect the extremes and therefore the best opportunities to enter the market to occur during the Asian session, okay, when these central banks are working. So let's just have a little scan through and see if that is the case or not. Okay. So if we see here on the last day, the high of the day was made in the Asian session. Okay. And then the day before, the high was made in the Asian session. The day before, the high was made in the Asian session. High here in the Asian session, and here the low made in the Asian session, the low made in the Asian session, the low made in the Asian session, the high here, the high here. Okay, made a high in the London session on that day, the low here. I suppose we did just we made the low in the New York session there. The high in the Asian session, the high in the Asian session, the low in the Asian session, the high. Okay, so as you can see, the vast majority of the time, if you're trading a currency pair where both pairs are central banks are working in the Asian session, you're going to be given an opportunity to either secure the high or the low of the day in that session. Okay, really high percentage. I'm not going to back test it and find out the exact percentage. You can do it visually and see that if you're trading intraday, a good opportunity exists in that session when those two central banks are open and trading. Obviously, it's not just the central banks, but I can't say for sure that is the reason. But if you think about trading logically and what moves price, you could make a safe assumption that that is why you're being offered a high probability of securing one of the extremes in that session. That's a strong part of the high-low system. I just wanted to emphasize that, and it's perhaps something that a lot of us don't consider, because we get all consumed with the candle patterns and turning points based on the past, whereas there's other ways to find good places to enter if we think logically about how price moves and and why it moves. So that's just a little tidbit for the weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be doing H1 high and low again next week. Any comments below, and I'll speak to you soon.